Before we get started with today's interview, just a quick reminder, click the thumbs up, make sure you subscribe and ding the bell so that you don't miss any of the great interviews that we have coming up. Now, on to today's interview. Welcome back, everybody. Today, my guest is Chee-Hwa Tan, and her book, Once Upon a Journey, Book 1, is available from pianosafari.com. Welcome, Chee-Hwa.
Hello.
I'm so excited today to talk to you about this book. It is really beautiful and really lovely. Every piece opens with an amazing haiku, and you have encouraged students to really do a good job. Do some digging, make an emotional connection with each piece. You've left us a space to journal about the piece, about our feelings about it, and to try. You've done such an amazing job helping students to make an emotional connection. Talk to us about your thought process behind writing the book, Once Upon a Journey.
I started thinking about this project over the last 10 years when I was working with advanced students, actually, on advanced repertoire, like your Beethoven Pathétique and Debussy and things like that. And I was having to help them connect to the emotions and the technique, just having to do remedial technique and because I get a lot of transfers. And as I was doing that, the thought began to occur to me as I experimented in different ways with these students in connecting emotion to the story and then to the sound. I started thinking, I wish there was something before this. and I thought to myself, what could I do to help teachers experience what I'm experiencing now, but to make it accessible for them? So that's how I started thinking, what if there were pieces at a lower level that helped you connect with the emotion and technique, so that by the time you got to the advanced literature, it's just a natural progression. It's second nature, basically.
That makes perfect sense. Your first piece from this book that's on the Federation Festivals list is Skipping Stones. And in it, you portray a person who is trying very hard to learn to skip stones and has had some trouble doing it. And this piece has all of these beautiful 2- and 3-note slurs and staccato and legato technique. And you've built in all of these wonderful pedagogical ideas. But talk to us a little bit about Skipping Stones.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for noticing all these things that I put in. Okay, so teacher to teacher, articulation is an issue. Articulation, and even more important, I would say, is touch. The different types of touches, you do get a different feeling or emotion or atmosphere. And yet, when we address them, they're the nitty-gritty and it's work. So what I wanted to do was to link the touches, and they don't have to get 100%. My thought is, if they get 50%, they're very successful. Hey, even 30%. If you can get 2 different touches out of this piece, 2 different types of feeling, you are doing great. That's more than that, by the way, I'm sorry. But so a more advanced, an older student could go for that. Emotionally, they have more capacity. So my thought was to explore those touches, to create a touch etude. I was trying to think about the vehicle. I know that 2-note slurs for me, for a lot of students, are nemesis. I've had master classes with advanced pianists, and that 2-note slur is still something that needs work on, development, right? It's a kind of sometimes a lifelong thing if you don't understand the transfer of the weight. So basically, this is my 2, 3, 4, 5-note slur study with different touches. It's my touch study, and I have never been able to skip stones. So maybe that's why that came to my mind, to try to access something that I have had a challenge with, but that I've always been fascinated. So I looked up videos, and many videos on people skipping stones to get the feeling and make sure that the piece represented that feeling.
How interesting that you picked something that's a challenge for you. And in the material at the end of the piece, when students are journaling, they're encouraged to talk about what is a challenge for you and how do you face that challenge? How do you approach it? So I love that encouragement for a student to become a partner with you as the composer in this journey, which perfectly ties into the title of your book. That is wonderful. What else do you want us to know about Skipping Stones?
I want you to know that you should have fun with it. And I love, Sam, how you use that word partner, because the piece is not about me. It's about the pianist telling the story, being a communicator to what it feels like. So really, I think that I've begun to really believe that the person playing, the musician, is a co-creator with a composer. The composer comes up with the ideas, the musician brings them to fruition and then colors them in their own special way. So I would encourage you not to be overwhelmed by getting every single jot and tittle, but to just think of a feeling you want, and then does it feel a little different here? What can I do to get that second feeling? And if you can get 2 feelings at this level, wow, you are an artist.
That is excellent advice. I love that. Thank you, everybody, for being here. My guest today has been composer Chee-Hwa Tan, and her book is Once Upon a Journey, Book 1. It is available from pianosafari.com. Make sure you check it out. It is truly lovely. Thank you once again, Chee-Hwa.
Thank you.